Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to.
Unpopular K-pop opinions because Jennie and Lisa are beefing.
On her page and seeing her pictures, I said, "Oh, jump scare."
1.
I
Hype
don't
played
think
NewJeans
so.
good. Adore has requested.
Nah, her titles are clickbaity. It
Yeah,
doesn't reflect her opinion or
yeah,
reality.
because we saw them through K-pop Spy supporting one another in their performance at Coachella.
Yeah, I don't think they're beefing.
Clarification about the involvement of Hee-jin or any other external company in the ComplexCon stage. NewJeans spent months crying we're nothing without Hee-jin's saggy face. HYBE suffocating us. But suddenly, at ComplexCon they're independent queens who pulled off a full stage show without her? It's not adding up. HYBE's exposing contradictions. If NewJeans did use Hee-jin's help, they're confessing to tampering. If they didn't, their whole were helpless without Hee-jin. Narrative crumbles either way. HYBE wins.
We
It's
were
almost like
saying
they let the
that
girls
we were
perform at
saying
ComplexCon.
that they create kind of an issue if they were to perform, and that means that they were capable to do it without Hee-jin.
Yeah, they set themselves up,
Yeah.
up with that, but I'm not sure why we talk about this. Like we talked about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Why is this today?
Con just to weaponize it later. Oh, you want autonomy? Here's a microphone and a lawsuit. Knock yourselves out. And their silence screams we got caught lying. They wanted to paint HYBE as Satan, but Adore's receipts are forcing them to admit they've been gaslighting us this whole time. 2. Jennie and Lisa don't hate each other. They're just not performing Best Friend the musical for your poor social satisfaction. The rivalry narrative is recycled garbage stands have shoved down throats.
Ah, okay, I got it. I guess people want them to be like best friends,
Why?
because they're part of the same group.
But best friends in what capacity? Like, as in what way?
I don't know. I guess like in performance way, like go. Honestly, let's see. I don't know.
Since 2018, cherry-picking micro-expressions like their FBI profilers. Coachella, please. Jennie skipped Lisa's set to see Lady Gaga? So what? Artists attend Coachella to network, not babysit their coworkers. Lisa didn't jump like a kid during
So that's why, because Jennie went to see Gaga instead of Lisa. I mean, that is kind of fucked up, though. I
Yeah,
ain't
it
gonna lie,
is.
That's kind of fucked up.
That's
That's kind of fucked up.
I'm like, when you said it, I'm like,
That's kind of fucked up. Like,
you're supposed to, like, especially when I didn't do good numbers when I dropped this music. Can you like rub off some of the
That's-
good numbers to me? Like, you were saying that my album already flopped. Now Jennie don't want to come see perform this album. My album flop even harder.
that's fucked up. Cause
It's
I
like
don't.
it's like me and you. I'm going to perform. You say, oh, but Eminem is about to perform.
No. This is bad comparison. We're
Why?
together because they're not best friends. That's what I'm saying. They're not best friends. So
So what is this similar to?
I'm sitting here trying to think to give a good example.
They've been working together at YG.
Yes, but
they live together.
They're colleagues. They're colleagues at most. They're not best friends. They're colleagues, which is there's work relationship there. I don't think there's much friendship.
The way they
relationship
act,
there.
the way they act is like sisters.
Yeah, it's for cameras. I think they're cordial. Yeah, but they're cool. They're not like beefing. But I think they're not
know.
friends. I think they're But by that I say they don't hang out together in the free time. That's what I mean. Friends hang out together in the free time.
Wait, so Jennie went to go see Lady
Gaga
Gaga.
instead of Lisa. Yeah, that is fucked up.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I think so, but you
It's
said
fucked up.
well, they're
Also,
not friends.
they didn't perform at the same time too,
What do you
so
mean?
she could have seen both.
Huh?
Gaga headline, Lisa didn't. Lisa performed early in the day,
So how did she skip
so she
Lisa's?
didn't go to Lisa's, but she went to Gaga's.
Maybe she was busy preparing.
Maybe.
Was she able?
Maybe.
Because how I understand is that it sounded like Lisa and Gaga was at the same time.
I don't think so, because Gaga headline, Lisa didn't.
Because if Gaga and Lisa was at the same time, that means Jennie had to choose what she's going to see. However, if Jennie missed Lisa's event because maybe she was occupied with something else, and then she was free later on at the end of the day, because it's most likely she's gonna be free at the end of the day than the beginning of the day.
Lisa was from 7:45 to 8:40. Gaga was at 11.
And when does Jennie perform?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
So maybe she wasn't there. I don't know if she was there the whole time. I guess we will have to see if Jennie was there earlier.
I guess, yeah, it's not as fucked up
Yeah.
as she made it sound.
Because it's
she-
how I took is like the events were going on at the same time, and they had to choose.
Yeah, she had to choose. She didn't
Oh.
choose. She probably, yeah, I guess it's not that fucked
It's
up.
not that bad.
It's not that fucked up, yeah. she just make it sound worse than it is.
Yeah.
Jennie's performance? Maybe she was tired or dehydrated. But no, let's spin it as proof of a blood feud. The evidence is a clown car of stupidity. Lisa's fans want her crowned queen of K-pop. Jennie's fans want her dubbed global it girl. Both sides weaponize anything to undermine the other. Jennie's Western opportunities? She's privileged. Lisa's solo success? She's a gold digger. It's not about the girls. It's about fans fighting proxy battles through them, even claiming the girls shaded each other in their latest albums. Girl bye.
You
Every
know-
idol song is
You know, I have a little tea. In White Lotus, the director Mike, he was hesitant to bring Lisa onto the White Lotus cast
Wow.
because he was concerned, since it was in Thailand and she's like the people princess, that he would have to hire and invest more money for like security and whatnot because of how popular she is.
But he didn't.
He didn't, and he was okay because he thought like, okay, is this real? This is not real. But she was
Real?
able
What's
to be like an actress, like do the part, like not just do it and be okay, but she did enough that okay, we can have her on the cast, because everyone on the cast got paid the same. No one got paid higher, no one got paid lower, so everyone is making
Really?
the same. Yeah.
Not depending on how many lines you
No,
had. No,
no, it doesn't even matter if you're a bigger
Interesting.
star or whatnot.
Wow.
He only wanted people to be casted that really truly wanted to be a part of
Wow,
this.
interesting.
Yeah. So for her, it was interesting to see that what was I going with this?
I have no idea.
Why did I bring up?
You said you had some tea. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, that's it.
Mm.
But yeah, we don't need to reach. I mean, I feel like the fans are doing a lot.
about confidence, haters,
Instead
or
of the
money.
obvious.
None of this is a coded manifesto. Blackpink trained and lived together for over a decade. Of course, they're not attached at the hip anymore. Jisoo's in Korea, Jennie's in New York, Lisa's in Paris, Rosie's in LA. They're adults with separate careers. You think Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez post daily selfies? No, but no one's writing think pieces about their fallout. The real issue? Projection fans can't handle that Blackpink aren't the sisters forever caricature they invented, so they pathologize normal adult distance as hatred.
Yeah, that's the thing with K-pop fans. They think all the K-pop groups are like best friends. Everybody in the group.
But not gonna lie, they do give off
They
that
give
persona.
off that vibe, yes, but they're definitely not. That's just personas they create. They're not bad. It's impossible to,
Why did they call Lisa a gold digger?
because of the guy.
Um,
But yeah, the people, the guys, the girls in the groups, they're not best friends. They're colleagues. It's like any working relate. Like it's the same in the sports teams. Like you're not best friends with the players you play with. Like you
I
go
mean-
to work and you play every day. There is a relationship there. But when it's free time, maybe there's one of the team that you hang out on the free time, one player. But your friends are your friends outside that.
I think it shouldn't be expected, but if it happens, oh,
Yeah,
it's really
exactly.
cool experience.
Exactly. If
Oh,
it
how
happens,
cute.
nice. But it shouldn't be expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should absolutely not.
Lisa doesn't smile, she's jealous. Jennie doesn't clap, she's envious. It's deranged. 3. Min Hee-jin's focus on international media is pathetic, groveling for foreign validation because they've lost the plot at home. Korea's spent decades clawing back its cultural autonomy from colonizers, and now NewJeans want to hand the mic to Americans to lecture Koreans on their own industry? That's betrayal in the eyes of the domestic market. NewJeans might as well have stamped Korea needs saving on their NJZ merch. They're playing dirty,
I
weaponizing
can
foreign
see
press
that
to pressure domestic stakeholders. Smart? Maybe. Tone deaf? Absolutely. K-netizens aren't fools, they see the play. Arguing why beg
The
foreigners
thing
to
is,
fix Korean
I'm
problem?
truly curious to who's leading the cause amongst the girls, because there has to be a one-head girl in charge who kind of runs it.
I think Min Hee-jin is that head girl.
No, aside from Min Hee-jin,
But she's the sixth member.
not counting her as a sixth
She
member.
is the sixth member.
She has to like kind of give someone, a little bit extra to kind of make sure that team stays one.
I think for now we're assuming it's Min Hee-jin until something comes out. Because there has, so far it's been unity. They all equal. Until something comes out, we are assuming it's Min Hee-jin because there's not enough evidence for us to jump onto another girl.
And they're right. When Rolling Stone writes a trash piece about K-pop star
Yeah, because if somebody comes forward as the leader, it's gonna be very easy to turn on her. So others just followers. Oh, they're not that bad. It's this girl. If it does come out that one girl is the the leader of this, maybe Hani, because she's kind of been head front. It is gonna be everybody's gonna jump on that person. It's gonna be that person's fault. The others kind of gonna be, oh, they're innocent, blah blah blah.
Underbelly. Does anyone honestly think it's about justice? No, it's about monetizing Korean drama for Westerns who'd rather spit on K-pop than hold their own artists accountable. Predators, abusers, criminals. The US scene is the filthiest. So spare me the savior complex. Clicks pay the bills. American publications spent decades platforming abusers like R. Kelly and Diddy. But now they suddenly care about accountability? Please, it's voyeurism with a veneer of wokeness. Hee-jin assumed international fans would care, but we're too busy trashing Kourtney Kardashian's flourless chocolate cake to mobilize for a contract dispute. Meanwhile, Koreans are dragging them for filth. You're embarrassing us, and they're not wrong. If you want Koreans to take you seriously, stop pandering to foreigners who'd rather exoticize your struggles than fix their own. The real tea? Everyone's full of trash. Netizens rage about foreign interference, but stay silent when their CEOs party with industry predators. Western media feigns concern over K-pop's toxicity while streaming Chris Brown. NewJeans team? They're not activists.
Yeah, I think the thing. I don't know why Chris Brown is catching strays here, but she's right. Everybody has their own bullshit going on. It is what it is. We do. As she said, R. Kelly, Diddy, Bill Cosby. I'm not Einstein, Epstein, whatever. There's a bunch of people. Yeah, but every time there is something, you gotta call it out. It is what it is.
Yeah.
They're opportunists. Everyone's guilty, but no one wants to admit it.
And I don't know why we're comparing Hee-jin and like these predators. Like this is completely something different. It's not even apples to oranges. It's like apples to meat. Like what?
4. Lou Seraphim's Hot featuring Little Mix's Jade was wasted potential. Jade's vocals? Impeccable. The collab's execution? A snooze, swapping out the
Is
second
it
half of the
Jade
song.
from
Yeah, it's
the
Jade.
UK?
Yeah.
For her to regurgitate the same lines with zero
Oh.
interplay between her and the group is just
Wow.
lazy. Imagine having an artist who could have bodied a
No.
bridge or elevated the track with a fresh verse, only to relegate her to karaoke duty over a shortened runtime. Classic HYBE move. Just like they did with Cat's Eyes Touch featuring Yeonjun. Why craft a dynamic climax when you can amputate the song at the 2-minute mark to fit some algorithm's attention span? And
Yeah, I think that when they do these collabs with a foreign artist, they don't want the artist, they want the name. Because when we see that, oftentimes, when there's like a foreign collab, the person gets like 10, 20 seconds. And then the excuse is, well, there's 8 people in the group. How much time do you think they can get? Well, when you have a name like that, nobody gives a fuck about the 8 people. It's all about that name. So like because the song original is already there. Keep that song. Now this song, give that person a minute. Like a solid feature where you don't know whose song it is. That's how you make a collab with remember
I wonder how much they pay for these
I don't know.
features.
The Lil Durk with the Burna Boy? Like that was a solid remix. They put a Burna Boy in. They had the one with Stray Kids too. But the one with Burna Boy, when Burna Boy came in, he was like, ooh, better than the original. Like immediately, because he had a solid verse, like a good 45-second verse. Here in K-pop, you got 20 seconds verse, and then the excuses come in. Oh yeah, they need line distribution for the other members. Like, oof, come on.
don't get me started on Source Music's obsession with squandering A-list collabs on glorified remixes. Demi Lovato, Bibi, Rina Sawayama, all reduced to...
And to be fair, Jade is not that big of a name. It's not. But she's a name in the UK. She's very big. She's a great artist. So when you do something like that, you need to give them more time to shine.
background singers on tracks that go nowhere and get zero promo. Jade deserved better than this streaming bait checklist. 5. The reason you think Jonghyun's outfits are ugly is because you've been brainwashed by an industry that conflates skin with style. You've been force-fed a diet of crop tops, thigh-high slits, and
So I don't know who Jonghyun is, but I can't even trust her that we're seeing with the outfits we're talking about. So
bodycon dresses
these
for so
outfits
long
are
that anything
skin.
not vacuum sealed to an idol's body registers as frumpy.
I don't know.
Congrats. You're the problem you claim to hate. Not revealing enough isn't valid criticism. It's pervy entitlement. Jonghyun wears longer skirts, short sleeves. How dare she
Okay,
exist
that's
without
definitely
catering
not
to your gaze?
Jonghyun.
We love to scream about objectification, then throw tantrums when an idol's outfit doesn't serve plus 18 cunt. The cognitive dissonance is wild. Her tour outfits align with the group's aesthetic. The only difference? She's not half naked. If that's bad styling to you, log off and interrogate why you think women owe you skin. Sexualization is the default and you're addicted to it. When every comeback is a parade of corsets and latex, of course a modest look feels...
I mean, it depends what the group is giving. If the group is like NewJeans, for example, they never gave sex, skin, so nobody's mad about it. But if a group is giving sex, and that's what they're selling themselves as, then all of a sudden, they're giving covered. I'm like, okay, no, that's not what I'm following this group for. It's
Also,
normal.
I wonder the age of that group.
That's another story for another day. Yeah, if it's underage,
Because-
it's a problem. But if they already...
Because NewJeans kind of get away with their look because they're like that you know, the high school, maybe in college type of look girl, which is like you could wear that kind of outfit and get away with it. But others where their music is of course more cunty, they kind of expect kind of like the outfit to match that energy. And I kind of would too, but you could still give covered and still giving sexy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. It really depends what you branded yourself as. If you branded
The music gotta match.
music and your branding
Yeah.
too. Like if you branded yourself as selling ass, you gotta sell ass. Nobody's gonna buy tits when you've been selling ass. It is what it is. Like Cardi B. If Cardi B started coming up with like a dress like an Amish now, what we doing? No, that's not what she's been selling. So it's like the marketing has to match what you've been selling before. Now we want to switch it up. It's gonna take people gonna eat you up, and it's gonna
Yeah.
take time for people to adjust. You're gonna lose a bunch of fans because they were there for your ass. Those that
But then
they're
the
gonna
fans
fall
are
off.
not
And
really there for the artist.
they're there for the ass.
Ass, yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter though. They're still buying your shit. So who cares why they're there for?
Heels off. But that's your conditioning, not her stylist's failure. Male idols wear full suits and get praised as classy. Jonghyun wears a blouse and suddenly it's a crime against fashion? Spare me. Are her outfits perfect? No. But the backlash is
I do wish she showed what
The
we're
looks.
talking
But
about.
maybe
Yeah,
the
'cause
looks
I
are
have no idea
atrocious.
what we're talking about here. It's just I'm talking about general concept, but this specific case, I don't know what this is.
isn't about tailoring or color palettes. It's about her refusing to play the skin show game. You're not mad the clothes are ill-fitting. You're mad they're not ill-fitting enough to sexualize. So stop weaponizing concern to mask your misogyny. The stylists aren't enhancing her new body. Translate to why isn't she flaunting her curves for my approval? Her body isn't a product to be enhanced. She's a performer, not a mannequin for your aesthetic demands.
Once again, if she's been selling that body as a piece of art, then it is though. You can't say that it's not if she's been selling it. It's
Okay,
it's all
that's too
about the
much
approach.
energy.
No, but because she's starting to irritate me. She's saying, "Oh no, it's not."
You want to look up the looks? Because I feel like that will settle
Because
it.
some women and men too, actually, not just women, they sell their bodies as an art, as when they're not selling music, they're selling bodies. And like honestly, K-pop is notorious for that. Maybe not for bodies, but they're selling face. Because the K-pop can't fucking sing for the most part. They're definitely not selling music. They're selling whatever the fuck they're selling, the dancing, the looks. So if you're not giving the looks when you've been selling the looks, what am I here for?
None of you actually care about objectification. You care about control. When idols like Jonghyun reject the hypersexualized mold, it threatens the power fans feel over women's bodies. Your outrage isn't about fashion, it's about resistance. And if you think modesty is a crime, you're the one with rotten taste. Jonghyun's outfits aren't ugly. Your mindset is, go clutch your pearls over actual issues. Like stylists putting
I need to
minors in
see these
fishnet
looks.
bodysuits and leave
Yeah,
women.
but it's hard to say what you won't be able to find that. Like I don't even know how to look at that. You're gonna look Jonghyun, you're just gonna find the person. These are specific looks she's talking about. I wish she put it on. Like
Women who dare to cover
How you spell it? J-O-E.
JEO
J-E. What?
J-E-
Oh, J-E-O.
NG
E-O-N-G.
YEO.
Oh, I got it?
Got it?
Oh.
So who's she? Where's she
I think,
from?
isn't she from Twice?
That's the look?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's ugly. Oof. Yeah, that deserves criticism.
No, they just don't know how to dress her. They doing my girl
Oh my God.
wrong.
No, that deserves
No,
criticism.
no. Okay, it's a chop. It's
Oh
a
my
chop.
goodness.
What they doing to our girl is they don't know how to style her because I guess they're used to styling a specific figure. So they're trying to get her looks together, but I've seen her look nice before. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
No, it's a chop.
their stomachs alone. 6. Irene and Sulgi are having a comeback in May with their subunit. SM also announced a tour in Asia with 7 stops. And it was weird
They
not
could
seeing
do
cities
better.
like Jakarta and Manila on the list. Almost every group tours there since they're some of the biggest K-pop markets, especially for Red Velvet. Those places are strong selling areas for them. The venues are also tiny, with only a couple thousand seats each. It's going to be a bloodbath trying to get tickets. The demand way outpaces the supply. But hey, it's SM. Some people might think they'll add more stops or upgrade venues if demand's high enough. But I'm not holding my breath. They pulled the same thing with Red Velvet. Tens of thousands of fans lining up for a venue that seats just 1,600. Red Velvet's been around for 11 years and they've never had a proper world tour. 7. Let's review Kwon Eun-bi's comeback.
Oh,
Hello
your
Stranger.
favorite.
Woman
Yes.
Entertainment isn't just struggling, it's clinging to Eun-bi like a life raft. Once home to a roster of mid-tier acts, the company's now a ghost town with Eun-bi as its primary cash register. And hello, the desperation shows. Hello Strangers MV is high budget. The red-themed art direction and flashy editing are polished, but they're wasted on a song this generic. It's a carbon copy of Yoonbi's entire discography. Underwater, Sabotage, The
fabulous.
Flash, swap the titles.
I guess you need to go to Yoonbi's discography then, 'cause
Yeah.
if that's her discography, you
If
like
that's
it.
if that's her bread and butter, I'ma eat it up.
And you'd swear it's the same track. The formula? Generic dance pop with a side of deja vu. This time they've slapped on a Latin-esque beat and late 2010s tropical synths, but the bones are identical. 4 on-the-floor kicks, hyper-compressed vocals, and a la-la-la post-chorus that's been done to death. The production is generic and dated. The instrumental lacks dynamic contrast and some parts sound strained. Yoonbi's a solid vocalist, but whoever produced this track hates her range. The chorus sit uncomfortably high, forcing her into a strained nasal tone that clashes with the song's sultry concept. 8. Let's review Unis's
She ate
comeback
up that
Swicy.
song.
I was just about to start ranting over the made-up title when I remembered Swicy is an actual slang term meaning sweet and spicy. And I think it's a genius
I
title.
got that.
The track slaps you with a punchy mix of clattering percussion and electric
It
guitar
was
riffs,
obvi.
while those twinkling synth keys add just enough glitter to keep things from feeling like a garage band demo. Yeah, it's got influences from bands like Queer, but UNIS isn't copying homework, they're sharpening the formula. Is it revolutionary? No, but it's a defiant middle finger to the Sammy Girl group sludge-clogging playlists. And that's all for today. Thank you all for watching.
So I don't know what the fuck she's. I don't know, spicy. Not for me, but I don't think I'm the target audience for it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's very younger.
Yeah, it's for like
group.
young girls. Yeah.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Rate, like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible. Bye.